today I'm using some leftover paint from my last painting to try and create something with no plan, just my imagination, my colours and my brushes. So grab your paint and let's begin. So I have some leftover paint from my previous painting that I've just done, and instead of wasting it and throwing it down the bin, I want to see what I can create with it. So I have a canvas pad here. So this is a sheet of raw canvas. Obviously you can use a canvas panel, doesn't really matter. And for brushes, I'm going to be using a small filbert brush, thin liner brush, a small dagger brush, and a long flat brush, and a jar of water. I also have a cloth in case I need to wipe up anything. Starting off, I'm going to be going in with my long flat brush, and I'm going to be just starting off by creating some kind of loose petals. I'm not going to be wetting my canvas. I'm just going to be grabbing some blue here, maybe even some green, and I'm just going to start creating some loose petals. I think what I'm going to do, maybe try to do some kind of floral painting. So just gonna, but I want to keep it simple and I really don't want to overcomplicate it. So we're just gonna try our best to see what we can create. So just trying to create these shapes. And then as we get to the back, I'm just gonna kind of do small petals like so. And then going in, I have some yellow, so I can also grab some of this yellow and some white as well. We can try a different shape, so maybe you could try one that maybe goes a bit more upwards. Again, I just want to play around with the colours and see what we can end up with. This time I'm just going to do the same, but maybe go in with a bit of orange. So just to do like that. Okay. We're getting these kind of different shapes, and I'm going to maybe go in with some crimson red and grab some white, and I think from here I'm going to kind of do this, maybe smaller flowers. Just to kind of create these shapes where there is a bit of difference. So we have some variety and it isn't all the same. Okay. Now I'm going to go again with maybe another blue flower, maybe a smaller version this time. So I'm just going to be grabbing that blue. And maybe some white this time, so we get a bit of variety. So I'm just going to start by dragging my brush and bringing it down. Sometimes doing dark leaves, and sometimes adding more green. Okay, we've kind of got this almost rustic effect. Maybe do one here, just a little one, maybe another one over there. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my dagger brush now, so we're going to change up the shapes, and I'm going to go in with some yellow and some white, I'm going to see what kind of flowers we can do. Maybe we can do a large white one here. Painting on the raw canvas, you do need quite a lot of paint. You can also maybe do some flowers like this. We're kind of painting almost like a flower meadow. And you can also go into the center and add some centers to the flowers. And then anywhere like so. And maybe we're going to take some, maybe create a brown shade for the insides of the other flowers. So kind of just painting in the centers. Okay, and then we're going to add some insides for our pink flowers. So I think we're going to go with yellow and red, maybe a touch of white as well. Maybe add a touch of blue to just make it stand out a bit more. Okay. Then we're going to go in with our liner brush and taking that deep green mix and some crimson red and some primary yellow. Going to mix that all together. Add a bit of water so it's not too thick of a consistency. We're going to now start adding some wobbly petals and stems so we can start connecting these flowers. Like so. Then this one can be okay. We're just doing very light and easy stems. This flower is quite big, so I just want to kind of join it like so, making it a little bit more thicker than the other stems. That's it. So it's just for us to play. We get to practice our strokes for when I do more kind of semi-abstract pieces, and this just allows us that freedom because we haven't really focused on the colors. We're just worrying more about practicing and having fun with our time. And I love paintings like this because I just think this is what painting is about. It's about painting with no pressure, painting with absolutely zero expectations. Okay, so now we can add in some leaves. I think I'm going to stick with my thin liner brush and kind of add drooping leaves, just really imperfect leaves that are not going to give off the impression of being super perfect, and I think those leaves are the ones that look the best. I'm going to do some little leaves here, and then okay, and then we can maybe do maybe a droopy one. I'm just pushing, dragging my brush. Okay. Maybe another one here. I'm just dragging my brush and then dropping it out. So you can just do this as many or as little times as you like. So I'm just going to grab some more of that green, more of that yellow, more of that red. Just kind of draw little stems. Oh, we didn't get a mix more of that into it. Okay, I think we are about done. I think that there is maybe do a few leaves. Or we can just do a few greeneries. Just to make it slightly add more leaves and foliage. Okay, I think that is looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with this little flower sketch that we've done, and all it takes is just a few colours, some strokes, and you're able to create something that is beautiful but so relaxing and soothing to paint at the same time. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe because I post lots of painting videos every single week. Make sure to turn your notifications on, and I'll see you in the next video.